Fools who did not understand the significance of Bangabandhu's historic 7th March speech banned it, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in a discussion meeting on 7th March speech. Men and women have to work shoulder to shoulder to continue development of the country. Women have to realize their rights themselves, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina says on occasion of International Women's Day.
নারী পুরুষ নির্বিশেষে সকলে মিলে ধর্ম বর্ণ সকলে মিলে আমরা আমাদের প্রিয় মাতৃভূমি লাখো শহীদের রক্তের বিনিময়ে অর্জিত এই মাতৃভূমিকে আমরা এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাব।
BNP's undemocratic behavior and politics disrupting country's ongoing democratic process, comments Obaidul Qadir. Myanmar's trade unions stage general strike across the country to put pressure on military junta. And in women's cricket's event of Bangabandhu Bangladesh Games, Salma's blue team reached final, defeating green team by 9 wickets. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Shongit Ahmed, welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre. Those were the headlines, and now on to the rest of the news. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has blasted BNP leaders for their remarks that they do not get any message of independence from the historic 7th March speech. The Prime Minister was addressing a discussion on the historic 7th March speech of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Bangladesh Awami League arranged the discussion at its central office at the city's Bangabandhu Avenue. Sheikh Hasina, also the Awami League president, joined the event virtually from Ganobhavan. The Prime Minister unveiled the cover of a book, Mukti Dak, on the historic 7th March speech. The Prime Minister said it is normal that they will not understand the essence of the historic speech, as its founder Ziaur Rahman killed many Bengalis in Chattogram on March 25 and 26 in 1971. She said BNP leaders do not find any message of independence from the speech, as they cannot yet forget their old habit of flattering Pakistanis.
জাতিপিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবকে দেশে নিষিদ্ধ করলেও আন্তর্জাতিক পরিমণ্ডলে কিন্তু এই ভাষণটি জায়গা করে নিয়েছে। এটাই হচ্ছে বাস্তবতা। আমাদের দেশের যে নির্বোধরা এই ভাষণের তাৎপর্যই বোঝে নাই বা এই ভাষণকে ছোট করতে চেয়েছিল, কিন্তু বুঝেছিল আন্তর্জাতিক পরিমণ্ডল। এটাই হলো বাস্তবতা। ইউনেস্কো সেই ভাষণকে আমরা দেখেছি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল মেমোরি অব দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড রেজিস্টারে একটা ঐতিহাসিক ভাষণ হিসেবে এই ভাষণটি স্থান করে নিয়েছে। পাকিস্তানি সেনাবাহিনীর একজন সদস্য অফিসার হিসেবে এই বাঙালি যারা সংগ্রাম পরিষদ গড়েছিল, জাতিপিতার নির্দেশে যারা সেদিন রাস্তায় ব্যারিকেড দিচ্ছিল, তাদেরকে এই জিয়াউর রহমান গুলি করে হত্যা করে অনেককে। যে জাতিপিতাকে হত্যা করে সংবিধান লঙ্ঘন করে অবৈধভাবে ক্ষমতা দখলকারী হিসেবে নিজেকে রাষ্ট্রপতি ঘোষণা করে অবৈধ ক্ষমতায় বসে দল গঠন করেছে, সেই দলের নেতারা 7ই মার্চের ভাষণের ভাষা বুঝবে না, মর্ম বুঝবে না, এটা তো খুব স্বাভাবিক। এটা অবাক হওয়ার কিছু নেই, আর এদের নিয়ে আলোচনা করারও কিছু নেই।
Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir, Presidium Member Jahangir Kobir Nanok, Abdur Rahman, Joint General Secretary Mahbubul Alam Hanif and AFM Bahauddin Naseem, among others, spoke at the discussion meeting. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has called upon the country's women to be qualified through education and training to attain their own rights. The Premier made the call while addressing a ceremony marking the International Women's Day, joining virtually from Ganobhavan in Dhaka this morning. On the occasion of the International Women's Day 2021, 5 successful women were given the Best Joyita Awards with crests and money. The Prime Minister said the right has to be attained and quality is needed to attain it, and this quality would come through education and training. The Premier said both male and female are needed to be educated to build the society, as well as in the case of training, so women can show their abilities in any discipline. Noting that women would have the contribution to any achievement, she said men and women have to work combinedly to pull society ahead.
বলে যে শুধু চিৎকার করা আর বলা আর বক্তৃতা দেওয়া এতে কিন্তু অধিকার আসে না। অধিকারটা আদায় করে নিতে হবে, আদায় করবার মতো যোগ্যতা অর্জন করতে হবে, আর সেই যোগ্যতা আসবে শিক্ষা দীক্ষা প্রশিক্ষণের মাধ্যমে। সমাজকে যদি আমার গড়ে তুলতে হয় তো শিক্ষার ক্ষেত্রেও নারী পুরুষ নির্বিশেষে সকলকে শিক্ষা দিতে হবে। নারী পুরুষ নির্বিশেষে সকলে মিলে ধর্ম বর্ণ সকলে মিলে আমরা আমাদের প্রিয় মাতৃভূমি লাখো শহীদের রক্তের বিনিময়ে অর্জিত এই মাতৃভূমিকে আমরা এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাব। স্বাধীনতার সুবর্ণ জয়ন্তী এবং জাতির পিতার জন্ম শতবার্ষিকীতে এটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের সবথেকে বড় প্রতিজ্ঞা।
With Fazilatun Nisa Indira in the chair, UN Resident Coordinator in Bangladesh Mia Seppo and Concerned Secretary Muhammad Saidul Islam spoke at the function. Bangladesh, under the leadership of women, has made an example in the world. Women of the country have been working relentlessly for the society around the year. However, discriminations towards women still exist. There are allegations that in many cases women are not judged properly despite having capability and competency. However, leaving behind all odds, women in Bangladesh have been going ahead indomitably in almost all sectors. Be it a job, agriculture work, business or entrepreneur, women are successfully visible in almost all sectors. Women entrepreneurs and members of the parliament, Salima Rahman says, credit largely goes to the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for her role for the welfare of women. Bangladesh has secured a remarkable position in the world in terms of women empowerment due to the women-friendly policy of the government led by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Newly constructed India-Bangladesh Moitri Bridge 1, built on the river Feni connecting Ramgarh of Khagrachari of Bangladesh and Sabrum of Agartala of India, is going to be inaugurated tomorrow. The Prime Minister's office sources said the new Moitri Bridge will be opened at a virtual ceremony at 12:30 at noon tomorrow. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will join the event virtually from New Delhi, while a video message of Bangladesh Premier Sheikh Hasina will be played during the time. The foundation stone of the bridge, while it was under construction on the river Feni, was laid jointly by the two Prime Ministers during an official visit of Sheikh Hasina to India on 6th of June in 2015. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said BNP's undemocratic behavior and politics are disrupting the country's ongoing democratic process. He said BNP has chosen arson attack, ill politics and rumour as alternative movement. Obaidul Qadir has made the allegation while briefing journalists through online from his official residence in the capital this morning. Warning BNP leaders, the Awami League General Secretary said countrymen and government will not tolerate any attempt that causes loss of lives and properties in the name of alternative movement. Obaidul Qadir urged BNP Secretary General to disclose the name of to the public which force is working to suppress the opposition's opinion.
আন্দোলনে বাধা দিলে বিএনপি নাকি আন্দোলন করবে বিকল্প পথে। বাধা দেওয়াতেও দূরের কথা, এ পর্যন্ত তারা রাজপথে আন্দোলনের সামান্যতম ঢেউ জাগাতে পারেনি তুলতে মৃদু কোনো কম্পন। ব্যর্থ হয়েছে জনগণকে সম্পৃক্ত করতে। জনগণের সাড়া তারা বারে বারে ডাক দিয়েও পায়নি নেতিবাচক রাজনীতির জন্য। এখন তারা বিকল্প পথের কথা বলছে। জনগণ জানতে চায় সেই বিকল্প পথ কি সন্ত্রাস আর নৈরাজ্যের পথ, অন্ধকারের চোরাগলি। বিএনপির আন্দোলন মানে সহিংসতার ব্যর্থ উপাখ্যান। তাদের আন্দোলনের বিকল্প হচ্ছে অপরাজনীতি, মিথ্যাচার। গণতন্ত্র শক্তিশালী করতে হলে বিরোধী দলকেও দায়িত্বশীল ভূমিকা পালন করতে হবে। কোনরূপ সহযোগিতা না করে বরং আপনারা এই অপরাজনীতির মাধ্যমে গণতন্ত্রের এগিয়ে যাবার গতিকে থামিয়ে দিতে চান। বিএনপি গণতন্ত্রের পিঠে ছুরিকাঘাত করেছে বারে বারে, নির্বাচনের কফিনে গণতন্ত্রের লাশ বানিয়েছে বারে বারে। তাদের অগণতান্ত্রিক আচরণ, রাজনীতি এদেশের গণতন্ত্রের চলমান ধারাকে বিঘ্নিত করেছে।
Ministry of Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs has recommended extending the suspension of BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia's jail sentence for another 6 months on previous conditions. Law Minister Anisul Haq said the recommendation of extending the suspension of Begum Khaleda Zia's jail sentence for 6 months more and other necessary documents in this regard were sent to the Home Ministry.
আপনার আরো 6 মাস এটাকে বর্ধিতকরণ করা হয়েছে। শর্ত, আগের যেই শর্তগুলি দুটো ছিল, সেই শর্তগুলি একটা হচ্ছে যে তিনি দেশের বাইরে যেতে পারবেন না এবং এই নিজের বাসায় থেকে চিকিৎসা গ্রহণ করবেন। আর এখানে ওনারা একটা কথা লিখেছিলেন যে বিশেষায়িত চিকিৎসার ব্যাপারে, সেখানে বলা হয়েছে যে বিশেষায়িত দেশের ভিতরে তিনি যদি বিশেষায়িত চিকিৎসা নেন, সরকারের তাতে কোনো আপত্তি নেই।
And now international news. Myanmar's major trade union staged a widespread general strike today in the latest attempt to pressure the country's generals to step down after seizing power in a coup last month. At least 18 labor organizations representing various sectors including construction, agriculture and manufacturing today called on workers, union and non-union alike to stop work to reverse the 1st February coup and restore Aung San Suu Kyi's elected government to power. Women groups called for a Sarong movement to mobilize in force on International Women's Day, condemning the generals. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 26,06,000 as more than 5,795 people died yesterday globally. More than 11,75,23,000 have been infected globally and more than 9,30,39,000 people have recovered so far. The US, the current epicenter of the pandemic, has now 2,96,97,000 confirmed cases and 5,37,841 deaths. 14 COVID-19 patients died in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the death toll from the pandemic to 8,476. The recovery count rose to 5,04,120 after another 1,117 recovered during the period. A press release of the Directorate General of Health Services confirmed this today. The tally of the infections rose to 5,51,175 with 845 new cases. The government of Kosovo is very keen to strengthen existing bilateral trade and economic ties with Bangladesh. Kosovo Ambassador in Dhaka, Gunar Urea, said this while paying a courtesy call on Industries Minister Nurul Majid Mohammad Humayun at the ministry in Dhaka today. During the meeting, the Industries Minister drew the attention of the envoy to identify specific areas of bilateral cooperation in industrial sector and to make specific proposals. The envoy called for a meeting of the Joint Economic Commission to increase trade, commerce and import-export between Bangladesh and Kosovo. State Minister for Information Dr. Murad Hassan said women empowerment achieved during the tenure of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is unprecedented, as no former government could do it. He said this at the closing ceremony of Joyita Foundation Film Festival, comprised of movies directed by women at the Shilpakala Academy today, marking Mujib Centenary and International Women's Day. Bangabandhu Digital Museum founder Shaukat Hassan Mia chaired the function, which was addressed by Fobana Chairman Zakaria Chaudhary and Bangabandhu Sanskritik Jot General Secretary Arun Sarkar Rana. Dr. Murad Hassan said the country and the economy find overall advancement when women in society go ahead. Female film producer and actress Shujata, Zeenat Hassan for Human Welfare, Professor Dr. Masouda M. Rashid Chaudhary for Education, film director Nargis Akhtar and actress Shahnur were accorded special honor at the function. 2 warships of Indian naval forces have reached Mongla port under Bagherhat district, marking the birth centenary of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the golden jubilee of independence of Bangladesh. The warships named Kulish and Sumeda reached Mongla port this morning on a 3-day visit to Bangladesh. A smartly turned out contingent of band of Bangladesh Navy welcomed the Indian warship with traditional rituals. Captain of the Bangladesh naval ship Mongla greeted the captains of Indian warships with floral bouquets. Senior officials of Bangladesh Navy and Indian naval forces were present on the occasion. And now news on sports. Salma's blue team beat green team by 9 wickets and reached the final of the Bangabandhu 9th Bangladesh Games in Sylhet today. Green team batted first and were all out on 83 runs in 39 overs, 5 balls. In reply, the blue team reached their victory target on 84 runs for 1 in 22 overs, 3 balls. Shamima was unbeaten on 30 runs while Mursheda scored 24 and Farzana was unbeaten on 21 runs for the blue team. Mohammad Shohel became champion of the Mujib Year Carom Tournament 2021. This tournament was organized on the occasion of birth centenary of the Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, in Rangamati today. Kobir Hussain bagged the runner-up title. General Secretary of Bangladesh Carom Federation, Ashraf Ahmed Leon, distributed the prizes among the winners. International umpire Shah Jahan Chaudhary was also present on the occasion. A total of 35 players took part in the competition. And before we end the news, another look at the headlines. Fools who did not understand the significance of Bangabandhu's historic 7th March speech banned it, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in a discussion meeting on 7th March speech. Men and women have to work shoulder to shoulder to continue development of the country. Women have to realize their rights themselves, Prime Minister says on occasion of International Women's Day. BNP's undemocratic behavior and politics disrupting country's ongoing democratic process, comments Obaidul Qadir. Myanmar's trade unions stage general strike across the country to put pressure on military junta. And in women's cricket event of Bangabandhu Bangladesh Games, Salma's blue team reached final, defeating green team by 9 wickets. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Our next news is at 11:30 in Bangla. Do join us again. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.